Hello, good day, everyone. So, welcome to another part of our online video lecture for cost, volume, and profit analysis. So, let me share to you a Bible verse in Proverbs 18, verse 15. It says here that an intelligent heart acquires knowledge, and the ear of the wise seeks knowledge. So I hope and pray that each one of you here will really have a hunger for knowledge. No, so let us always seek knowledge. And yeah, so without further ado, let's start with our discussion. Okay, I think we're already done with the basic CVP, the multi-product CVP as well. So in basic CVP or the one product, here we only study um one product, no? And then what is the composition or what is the contribution margin format, which is also applicable to multi-product CVP. Kaya lang, diri sa multi-product CVP is that there we have to consider the sales mix. So we did discuss that one in our class. And then here, um, we will be discussing sensitivity analysis. So this is the real world CVP, no? Because I think I have discussed to you in the basic CVP, the first part of our online video lecture, that we are bounded with assumptions. There are a lot of assumptions when we discuss CVP, no? Katong constant, selling price is constant, variable cost changes, in relation to the activity levels, the total fixed cost remains unchanged, no? So, and some other assumptions there. But take note that those assumptions are only applicable within the relevant range. So, um, what do we mean by relevant range, DI? No, so I think, um, if I'm not mistaken, that is also applicable in your cost accounting. No, I presume that you have learned that concept as well in your cost accounting. So, relevant range, that is the normal operating zone of your business. So, normal operating zone of your business. No, so um, it is the sweet spot wherein your business produces the most efficient um and at the very best, no? So beyond the relevant range, dira na murag it has capacity issues na, no? So again, relevant range is the normal operating zone of your business. So the CVP assumptions are only valid within the relevant range. Okay, so beyond that, lain na pod, what do you call this one? The assumptions are not valid, no, beyond the relevant range. So lahi na pod a situation there. So in sensitivity analysis, going back here, this is the real world CVP analysis, no? Kay in our CVP, in the assumptions of the CVP, it's kinda so siya, like very stiff, no? We are bounded with assumptions, but it does not happen in the real world. That's not the case in the real world, no? So there are always scenario analysis, no? So that's why we will be discussing this here, no? So what if the price increases? What if costs increases? Costs i- increase. Costs increase. What if volume drops, no? Or what if mo change siya, no? So something like that. So we will be discussing that here. Yeah, so I think I believe I mentioned this one and what are the effects of these to your profit? So what happens to the profit, to your operating profit, if one factor changes, or probably one or two or three factors change? No, so what if selling price, the variable cost per unit, fixed cost, volume units, and sales mix change? No, so but here in our discussion, we will not be touching sales mix lang ha, kay it will be another confusion, no? So sa multi-product kay confusing na gani siya. So sales mix, we will not touch this one in our discussion. So we'll assume that we are in a one product, or we have a one product here. So let me flash this again for the contribution margin income statement format, or your marginal income statement format. So this is the format here, or the variable costing income statement format. So sales, that is multiplied, that is selling price per unit times the units sold. The variable cost is the variable cost per unit, VCU, times the units sold, and then equals contribution margin minus your fixed costs is equals to your operating profit. And then here's the expanded format: variable COGS, and then you have the manufacturing margin, you deduct the variable marketing and administrative expenses, and you come up with the contribution margin less fixed costs and expenses. So now we have here a sample problem. So Timoteo Enterprises produces and sells product KE and makes available to you the following data. So this is the original data, no? Wala pa diri ang mga what if, no? So let's compute for the contribution margin per unit. So your contribution margin per unit here is unit selling price, USP, minus your UVC. So that's 80 minus 50, that's 30 pesos. So that's your CMU or UCM. So I'm sorry if this is kind of confusing, but um yeah, it's the same with USP, UVC, no? Selling price per unit, variable cost per unit. So that's 30 for number 1. For number 2, CMR. So you just have to divide the CMU divided by the SPU. So 30 divided by 80. 80. So that's your CMR. So how much is that? 30 divided by 80. 30 divided by 80. That's 37.5%, 7.50%. And then number 3, BEP in pesos and in units. So BEP is computed as, so in pesos, it equals to fixed cost divided by your CMR. So your fixed cost there is 600,000. 600,000 divided by your CMR, which is 37.50. Sorry. So that is, hold on, 7, 37.5. That's 1,600,000. 1,600,000. And then for the BEP in units, that is FC divided by CMU. So you have fixed cost 600,000 divided by the unit CMU, unit contribution margin, or the contribution margin per unit, divided by 30, that's 20,000. So your units sold is 45,000 and in order for the business to break even, you have to sell 20,000 units. No? And then number 4 is operating profit. So your contribution margin is 30 here, 30 pesos. You have 2 times that one, contribution margin less fixed cost. That is your operating income. So your contribution margin there is, contribution margin per unit is 30 pesos times 45,000, which is the units sold, 45,000. So that is 1,350,000, 1,350,000 less your FC, which is 600,000. So 1,350,000 minus 600, that's 750,000. So these are the answers to the original data. Okay. And I'm going to be erasing this one. Okay. So we'll go now to the what if, or is the sensitivity analysis um, problems. Okay. So case A, we have cases here. I think it's up until case E. So the first case is that selling price per unit increases by 20%. So what happens if your selling price per unit increases by 20%? We will be computing for the new CMR, the BEP in pesos, the profit, and I want you to know that I have put here the data that we have computed a while ago. So your old CMR is 37.50%. The old break-even point in pesos is 1.6 million. The old operating profit or operating income is at 750,000. So here's the solution. Here is the solution. USP has increased by 20%. So para dili na mo mag like 80 times 20%, then i-add na po ninyo sa 80. You just have to do this, no? So you have to plus the 20% sa 100%. Okay? So 80 pesos times 120%, that's 96 pesos. So meaning so it has increased from 80 pesos to 96 pesos. No? Okay. It increases by 20% man. So your UVC is still the same. 96 minus 50, that's 46, the contribution margin per unit. Your CMR here is 46 divided by 96, the new selling price. So now you have the CMR 47.92%. Then your BEP in pesos is computed as FC divided by CMR. 600,000 divided by 47.92%. So this is a typo error. This is not 41.67%. This is 47.92%. But you will still arrive at the same answer. That's 1,252,087. So na-typo ra dyan ni siya. Dere. Then for your profit, 45,000, the units sold. And then your UCM has increased, no, to 46 pesos. So now your profit has increased as well, 1,470,000. So we can say here that when your CMR increased, no, or when your unit contribution margin increased, sige, let's focus na lang sa CMR. When your CMR increases here, your profit also follows, no? Kay mauman dyan na sa CVP class, the contribution margin is the driver of the increase or decrease in your operating profit man. So, increase imo CMR, ni-increase po imo profit, but your BEP in pesos has decreased. So, meaning, it's a lower break even. Lower break even. So, um, atong i-recall to ang break-even point. So, break-even point is the level of sales that is needed to avoid the losses, no? So, meaning if lower imong BEP in pesos, so that means much better. Kay, meaning ana, the business can survive bisag lower ang sales, no? Nga needed. So, that's the interpretation to that. So, the business can survive even with low sales, no? So, this is a very, um, this is good for the business. Lower break even, no? This reduces the risk, this reduces the business risk, no? Then, it will have a faster profit generation. Then, mas higher po imong margin of safety. Then, more stable if your business has slow, what do you call this one? Na slow periods gani sa imong business, no? Okay, so that's it. Those are the effects to these variables. And then going to the next case. So sa VCU naman. So earlier we have discussed the selling price per unit which increased, and now for the VCU it has increased by 10%. So what will be the new CMR, BEP in pesos, and then profit? So favorable ba kaha or unfavorable ba ka for the business? Now for the solution, so only your unit variable cost has a change here. So 50 pesos times 110% because it increased by, no? Lahi po nag-increase to. Increase to class ha. So increased by. So from 50 pesos, it's now 55 pesos. So the new CMR is computed as 25 divided by 80. That's 31.25%, which is lower compared to the old CMR. 37.50 sa una, 31.25% karon. Then the BEP in pesos here, 600,000 divided by 31.25%, that's 1,920. And it is higher compared to the old BEP in pesos. So there's a higher BEP in pesos this time when cost has increased, when your variable cost has increased. Now for your old profit, for the operating profit here, your CM is 45,000 times your new contribution margin per unit, 25. So less the fixed cost, which is 600,000. Then you have a profit now of 525,000, which is lower than the old profit. no, katong walay mga changes, the old data. So what can we get from here? So when your CM, contribution margin decreases, no? Contribution margin decreases, so it follows that contribution margin ratio has decreased as well. BEP now increases. Your break-even point increases. And the effect on these to the profit, kay ang CM nimo has decreased, of course, it follows the decrease of the profit because your FC here is not changing, no? So with that, the interpretation is that when you have a higher cost, no, so it will eat the profit and it will have a higher break even. So what does it mean when we have higher break even? So break even point again is the level of sales needed to avoid losses. So if higher ato ang BEP, there's um what they call that one, a higher level of sales that we need to attain para maka-avoid ta sa loss. And that means higher risk of losses, and it will be longer for the business to earn a profit, then greater pressure sa sales department baka ha. Then um might be that the business is more sensitive to downturns. So when we have a higher BEP, we have that means that the business has a higher risk, no? So it's harder for the business to break even if that's the case. So this is the case B is the opposite to case A, no? So increase, decrease, increase. Case B here has decreased in CMR, increase in BEP, then the operating profit has decreased. Now for the case C, which is total fixed cost decreased to 450,000. So from 600,000, nahimo na siyang 450,000. So the solution here is that wala siya effect sa CMR nimo because your CMR is computed when you divide the contribution margin per unit. So that is 30 pesos divided by 80 pesos. So that's 37.50%. So that's still the same with the OCMR. But your BAP in pesos here will change because the formula for your BEP in pesos is for fixed cost, which has changed to 450,000 divided by your CMR, which is 37.50%. Now, your BEP in pesos has decreased, no? Compared to your old BEP in pesos. So that means, unsa man, is it favorable for the company to have a lower break-even point in pesos? Yes, it's a favorable one to the company, no? Much better if lower ang BEP, no? Because lower pod ang level of sales that the company needs to avoid losses. And with that, your fixed cost there has a change here. So mo dako ang imong profit, no? Kay mas lesser man ang reduction. So from 750,000 to 900,000. Now for the case D, I think we're down to the last two cases. Okay, for the case D, palobat na ko and for a while. I'll charge. For the case key, this time the units sold has changed. So it increased by 20%. So 45,000 will be increased by 20%. So the solution here is that 45,000 times 120%. From 45,000, it's now 54,000 because of the increase. So your CMR here has nothing to do with units sold, therefore it's still the same with our old CMR. And for the BEP in pesos, so it's still the same because the units sold will have an effect only in the BEP in units, no? But in BEP in pesos, it will not have an effect or impact. And then for your profit here, since your units sold has increased, therefore, that is one of the inputs for you to compute for your total contribution margin. So 54,000 times 30 pesos, your contribution margin per unit, then that means your total contribution margin has increased to 1,620,000. And your fixed cost has remained, which is 600,000. So your profit here has increased to 1,020,000 as compared to your old profit, which was 750,000. And now for the last case, there are three variables which changed. So for the selling price per unit, it increases to 100 pesos. So this time we did not use the word buy, no? So it's now two. The wording is two. So kindly be mindful of that one. So from 80 pesos, it's now 100 pesos. Your variable cost per unit has increased by 15%. So ma mas higher na siya, no? And then your total fixed cost has increased by 5%. So, okay. So your unit selling price is now 100 pesos. Your unit variable cost is 50 times 115%. 115% ni siya, class. So now it's 57.50 pesos. Your unit contribution margin is 42.50 pesos. Now your fixed cost has increased by 105%, no? Sorry, by 5%. Therefore, your computation here is you will just add the 5% to 100%. So for you to directly compute the increased the total increased amount, no? Or the total um amount, no? Na incorporate na ang increase. So that's 630,000. Okay? So for our CMR here, that's 42.50 pesos divided by 100 pesos. So your CMR has increased um pre compared to your old CMR. Then your BEP here has decreased, which is favorable to the company. 630,000 ang imong fixed cost divided by your contribution margin rate. So it has decreased. It has a lower break-even point. And then for your operating profit, it has increased. Okay? Even if ni-increase gamay imong fixed cost, but as you can see here, your contribution margin has increased man sad, no? More than the increase of the fixed cost. So that means we still operate, or we still have earned a profit higher than the old data. No? So yes, so for if ever you have problems like this, so you really have to analyze variable per variable, ha. Dili ka diretso og solve dayon. no? So you really have to be mindful. Really have to be careful when when such scenarios happen. Okay? So in summary, if there is a change in the selling price which prompts to an increase, then your CMR will increase, your profit will follow, and with that, we or the business will have a lower break-even point, no? Which is a favorable case for the company, no? Kay mas lesser ang iyang needed na sales to avoid the loss. And then the variable cost, if increased siya, it's a cost. So mas lower imong CMR, mo lower imong CMR, mo lower imong profit, mo high imuhang BEP break-even point. Okay, which is not favorable to the company kay mas higher ang business risk. If lower imong fixed cost, there will be no changes in the contribution margin rate, no? And then your BEP will be lowered, your profit will be higher. Kay ni lower man ang reduction from your contribution margin. So mas ni high yung profit. Then for the units sold, it's higher. So no change in CMR, but it has a change in your BEP in units, no? But for the BEP in pesos, it will have no change. Yes. So BEP in units only. BEP in units. Hold on, huh? Because hold on. The BEP in units is your formula will be fixed cost divided by CMU, 'di ba? So CMU. Okay, I'm sorry for that. Correct me. I mean, sorry for my mistake. Um, it doesn't have any effect as well in your BEP in units because contribution margin per unit man de ang ato ang variable there, nor the input. Then here it's the units sold. So no change as well. So I stand corrected on that. And then for the profit, it will increase. So let me just give you a summary of everything, no? So your CMR here, your contribution margin, will drive the BEP. So if your CMR decrease, then it will also have an effect in your BEP. So if increase imo CMR, lower imong BEP. If decrease imo CMR, higher imong BEP. And your fixed costs affect BEP directly because your formula, the numerator part is your fixed cost. Then your volume does not affect BEP. It only affects the profit. Okay? Kay mas, unsa man. Um, the volume, it will have an effect sad sa contribution margin, no? So, contribution margin siya igo, that's why it will have an impact sa profit. Kaya again, CMR, contribution margin, is really the highlight of CVP. So, if mutaas imong contribution margin, then it will follow or the profit follows. So, if mo decrease ang imong contribution margin, the profit will also follow, no? Given that the fixed cost remains unchanged, no? So applying the basic assumption that fixed cost remains unchanged within the relevant range. Then profit depends on three things. So the CM per unit, the volume, or the units sold. So here, as mentioned, and then the fixed cost. So the reduction or the increased in amount of fixed cost. So maapektahan ang operating income or the profit. or your EBITDA. Okay, I think that's it for our part two of our CVP analysis. So, um, I will also be giving you the um, discussion for break-even point and graphs and also how to split the mixed costs. So thank you so much for being here and thank you for being attentive to our discussion, even if it's an online setup. And God bless everyone. So let's pray that you will have a um, favorable outcome to the DEPA, no? So focus on what you can control, class, no? And don't let negativities cloud your mind. So now is not the time to complain, but it's the time for you to really see the brighter side, no? So count it as a blessing pa rin, no? Every struggle that we face and every challenges that we face, let's always look in the bright side of it because I know that our labor will not be in vain. No? So God bless everyone and see you again. Bye bye.